The Maono PD200 hybrid wireless microphone is a new kind of dynamic microphone for creators who don't want to be tethered. Central to the design is complete freedom from cables. It supports 3 native connection modes: wireless, USB, and XLR. Wireless uses a dedicated 2.4 GHz digital connection for low latency and uninterrupted recording to up to 60 meters. The cardioid pickup pattern is precision-tuned to isolate the voice while reducing ambient noise and room reflections. The microphone delivers an 82 decibel signal-to-noise ratio and handles up to 128 decibels of sound pressure without distortion. A single receiver can connect 2 wireless microphones, recording each voice to its own discrete track. The internal battery provides up to 60 hours of operation. The result is a microphone defined by freedom, adaptability, and uncompromising utility. This video was made in collaboration with Maono. They sent me the PD200W to review, and I do get to keep it. Maono has no final say on this video, and all opinions are entirely my own. Thanks again to Maono, and let's get into it. As this might be the first proper 2.4 GHz wireless dynamic microphone, I was keen on taking it on my latest work trip. In the box you get the microphone itself, a stand, the wireless receiver, a USB-C cable with USB-C to USB-A adapter, and an extension cable for the receiver, which also comes with a USB-A adapter. Because this microphone comes with a shock mount, Maono is kind enough to include extra elastic bands in case you need them further down the line. My first impression was honestly how easy this microphone was to use. A long press on the button on the back turns it on. This button is also used to cycle through the RGB. Then I plugged the USB-C receiver straight into my iPhone, and it just worked. No app, no pairing headaches, no weird setup steps. As you can hear, the sound quality surprised me as well, especially the lack of echo, even in a normal, untreated room. A nice addition to the package is the included desk stand. It has a solid, heavy base, so the mic doesn't feel like it's going to tip over if you bump your desk. The microphone's build quality is a mixed bag. Compared to something like my FiFine K688 dynamic microphone, the Maono uses more plastic than I'd personally like. That said, the RGB ring ends up being more useful than I expected. With my K688, I always seem to forget the microphone is muted because the button usually faces away from me. I don't have this problem with the Maono, since the 360-degree light ring and volume knob flash red when the microphone is muted. The knob on the front controls your headset volume when it's blue and your microphone's gain when it's white. When you press down on the knob for more than 5 seconds, it'll turn green, which will allow you to tweak the built-in noise reduction intensity. A welcomed feature. If toggling settings on the physical microphone seems confusing, Maono also offers a free desktop and mobile application called Maono Link. It allows you to adjust gain, RGB, noise reduction, and add professionally tuned presets. The app also gives you tips on how close you should be to the microphone depending on your gain, and shows your microphone's battery life. For anyone who likes to bring their portable gaming setup to different locations, this is the perfect microphone. I recently had to travel for work, and in my downtime, I played a few rounds of Rocket League. I was genuinely impressed that my laptop fans weren't being picked up at all in my clips. Because this uses a 2.4 GHz wireless dongle, there's no noticeable delay, and my clips have never sounded better. I've even been using the wireless receiver on my phone to answer calls. When traveling and I need to put the Maono PD200W away, I plug the receiver into the USB-C port on the back to prevent it from getting lost in transit. If you're a gaming streamer or creator who needs to record content on the go, this setup works extremely well. Once I was back at my desk, one feature I was really excited to test was the ability to connect all 3 inputs on the PD200W simultaneously. In this setup, my M1 Max MacBook Pro utilizes the XLR port through an audio interface, my PC tower is connected over USB, and my iPhone is connected using the wireless receiver. But does it actually work? Yes. I'm recording to all 3 devices at the same time, and the quality is indistinguishable across each connection with minimal feedback, which is quite surprising. As of the making of this video, there is no other podcast microphone on the market that can do this. This is the advantage of hybrid dynamic microphones. For comparison, I also tested the hybrid capability of the FiFine K688, and I was glad to see that it can also record to 2 devices simultaneously. However, where the Maono pulls ahead is that its second input doesn't require an audio interface. You can fall back on the wireless receiver instead. How will the battery hold in a couple years? Only time will tell. The sound quality has already impressed me, especially when gaming on a portable setup. But how does it stack up against the competition? I'll be comparing it against my FiFine and the Electro-Voice RE20. The RE20 is a high-tier broadcast microphone that costs significantly more than both the Maono and the FiFine. So I was curious to see how close the Maono PD200W could get when it comes to sound quality. Listen for yourself. We live in a twilight world, and there are no friends at dusk. We live in a twilight world, and there are no friends at dusk. We live in a twilight world, and there are no friends at dusk. The Electro-Voice RE20 is easily the best sounding microphone here, and it should be. The RE20 delivers richer and more detailed audio, which explains its higher price tag. That said, what's impressive is how close both the Maono and the FiFine can get when connected through an audio interface. The Maono does offer better specs than the FiFine, but I honestly couldn't tell a big difference. I'm not an audiophile, so take that opinion with a grain of salt. For their price, these budget microphones offer a lot of value. It's also worth noting that the RE20 isn't a hybrid microphone. It requires an XLR and audio interface, which pushes the total cost well beyond $500. For its price, the Maono is definitely punching above its weight. The fact that it sounds this good using only the receiver is extremely impressive. If you already own a microphone like the FiFine, I wouldn't rush to upgrade, especially if wireless isn't essential for you. But if you're starting a traveling podcast, you're a gaming streamer on the move, or you want something flexible, the Maono makes a lot of sense. For me, this is absolutely a microphone I'll bring when I travel. It's easy to pack, and the setup is so effortless, I don't see myself going back. If you're considering this microphone for a podcast, Maono does offer a 2-microphone bundle. Since a single receiver can handle 2 mics at once, it's very easy to start recording right away. As a gaming microphone package, especially for laptop gaming, it's excellent. As a podcast mic, it's more than capable, and for new creators doing voiceover, it's a very solid option. The RE20 shows why professional audio pricing scales so quickly, but the barrier to entry for a quality sounding setup is no longer $400, and that's the real takeaway here. Before I wrap up, I want to thank Maono again for sending this microphone over and for trusting me to review it honestly. More importantly, thank you to everyone who subscribed recently. The feedback, comments, and support, especially on my last video, are the reason opportunities like this are even happening in the first place. I'll leave a link to the Maono PD200W in the description. If you have any questions about the microphone, let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.